Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Calathes in at the point. Now here's James. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
There's the pick. Here's Larkin. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Larkin's got 5 points so far.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Brown. Off target from outside. There's the steal. And it's Smith with the rebound.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
Pass to Larkin. Five to shoot. A three ball. Does not find the mark. He's made two and missed one now. Calathes passes to Brown. It's tipped. They're running. All going up court. Here's Poirier. Good on the bucket.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
James against Thompson. Brown sets a screen for James. Misses the three.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Plays it up off the glass.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Larkin. He has 5. Pops in the layup for 2. He has 7.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's James. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
James against Thompson.
Remaining defense. 2 minutes.
6 to shoot. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
James kicks to Calathes. And here's the fast break. Here's Smits. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
On the wing, James. He's covered by Thompson. James, no good. Here's Larkin. And it's blocked by Brown, and they're able to recover. Larkin looking it over. There's a screen. To the middle. Tries again. Poirier, no good. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Calathes. No good on his first attempt of the game. Pass to Thompson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
James against Thompson. The drive by James and the dunk by James.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Here's Larkin. He has 7. Drives to the hoop. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Brown with the screen on Thompson. Here's James. And the dunk by James.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Leading by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Here in the late stages of March, the range for teams in the power rankings has really solidified. And you take a look at this home team, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
When you look at this visiting team, they've been a surprise success, showing prognosticators what they're really made of all season long.
They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's James in at the shooting guard position. Johnson the screen. Releases. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
On Tuesday, then on Sunday. James against Bryant, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
He's guarded by Diallo. Johnson outside. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now here's Bryant. He has yet to score. Pass to Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
Here's a Kobo. 0-2 with the rebound. Left side, Bryant. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Banked in off the glass.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Here's Corniche. He's guarded by Johnson. Corniche, the pass to Okobo. They set the pick. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Okobo's got 7 points in the game.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Johnson the screen. On team. Corniche with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
2 points. That one goes. A minute 42 left here in the second. And he drives in. Count that one. 1:33 left in the first half. Here's a Kobo. 7 points in the game. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the half. And it's off from three-point range. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And the first one at the line is good.
Okobo, 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And that one is hammered home.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And the basket by Johnson.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
After Okobo. Takes a 3. Oturu with the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Drops in the tray off the fast break. 9 points in the game so far.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Here's a Kobo. 9 points in the game so far. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And that does it for the first half of play. They lead by 9. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Hey, these guys are a bunch of artists, man. You know why? They live for the paint.
Oh, that joke was... Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys. And that is...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at James, what a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Galathis in at point guard.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's James. Inside, here's Papagiannis. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Papagiannis. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Floats one up, and he lays it up and in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's James. He's got 10. Pass to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Down low, here's Papagiannis. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Johnson kicks to Bryant. Johnson sets the screen for Bryant. Back to Johnson. He's feeling it. The rebound by James.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Calathes, still yet to score. Pass to Korkmaz. A three-pointer, no good.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
A nice shot by Brown. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Here's Larkin. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Shooting for the away team. Korkmaz taking 2 shots. The play is under video review.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. From 12 feet out. Brown down low. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Brown's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Larkin. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. 1 fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
James finds Brown. It's blocked. And he gets it back. Here's Calathes. Hits the three-point foul.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Here's Larkin. 11 points in the game. To end the drought. And the layup is good. Larkin's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And that one's good. James. 11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Larkin. Here's Smits. Oh, he nails it just in time.
1 eye on the rim, 1 on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close. Got it in.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They're up by 10. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Now he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Corniche is out there with Diallo. And it's Moniunas in at the center. From the arc. They grab their own miss. Here's Corniche. Pass to Okobo. Goes back up. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got 9 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. Bryant finds Johnson. That's it, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And the basket by Corniche.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
Good work there as it goes. Here's Okobo. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
He tries for 3. Moniunas grabs the miss. Launches it. Diallo the pass to Corniche. Shoots over Johnson. And that one goes long. Bryant looking it over. And the basket by Oturu.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Driving to the basket. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
That one is off. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special. Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Johnson sets the screen for Bryant. A 3-pointer off the mark. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
Diallo hits them both. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. They set the pick. Good on the 3-point shot. 22 points for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending. That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Puts up a 3. Corniche with the rebound. Here's Okobo. Pass to Diallo. Slam dunk by Diallo.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Johnson the screen. driving the lane. It's tipped.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Misfires on the corner three. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Now here's Bryant. He's covered closely. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chemezi Metu. He's out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Saturansky in at the point guard position. Now here's Saturansky. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Nora, pass to Poirier. Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Nora. Just 5 to shoot. They get it again. Here's Smits. Here's Larkin. There's a screen. Takes it inside to the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here's Satoransky. Pass to Parker. Defended by Thompson. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Off the mark there with a 3. And he's all alone. And Thompson gets it to go.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Larkin with the bucket.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. They set a pick. Smits passes to Poirier. Powered down after the assist, led him to the lane.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
From downtown, Smits, good. Smits has got 5 now.
An outstanding first quarter. From the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Satoransky outside. This one for 3. And it's Smits with a rebound. 3-pointer. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Hernan Gomez. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Thompson outside. Pass to Poirier. Here's Nora. And there's a pick to the paint. Here's Poirier. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Satoransky outside from the arc. He buries it from 3. 9 points in the game.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Here's Smits. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 1:03 left in the first quarter here. Hernan Gomez up top. Connects from downtown.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Here's Poirier. Pass to Nora. Back to Thompson. Here's Smits. Takes the 3. Satoransky pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
Here's Larkin, covered by Satoransky.
Away team foul. Jamezi Metu. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Larkin. There's a screen. A deep three. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Leading by 3. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Anderson covers. Pass to Bryant. Clock at 6. The kick out to Johnson. They get it back. Tries again. That shot missing. Outside, Anderson. Fires the 3. Johnson with a double team. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Six on the shot clock. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Oturu. No points so far. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Nails it from 3. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Rebounded by Johnson.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Oturu. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And adding to this lead right now.
Riding a wave of momentum. Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Down low. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
No good again that time.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Anderson covers. Johnson a screen on Anderson. Pass to Bryant. It's stolen. Here we go. Here's Vesely. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And, you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the second quarter. And there's the screen. From outside, off the mark.
Here in the second quarter, he's been cold from distance. I think he may need to adjust his approach.
Offensive board. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped. Oh, that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. That shot off. Johnson with the defensive effort. Anderson covers. Pass to Bryant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
To the right side. And Bryant pulls it down.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Goes up from the top of the key. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No good.
You know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Will it go?
It's one thing to get outplayed, but when you're giving away possessions like this, it makes it even more tough.
Off the inbound pass. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. A dominating first half of play. And so far, it hasn't been close. They lead by 18. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
This stretch could break their season, but it could also make their season if they step up.
When I was playing, I liked the...
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the home team.
And you look at...
Thanks for tuning in.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Satoransky outside. The three. Poirier with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
We've got Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the one spot.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Thompson outside. And there's the drive. And he makes it on the layup. Thompson's got his second basket.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses. This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Parker outside. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Now here's Thompson. He's covered closely. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Smits.
Away team foul. Holding, first personal foul, first team foul.
The 3 from Thompson. And Metu pulls it down. Parker outside. There's a screen by Metu. The 3 ball. Parker, and that's good. Parker's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Larkin. And Parker pulls it down.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Now here's Hernan Gomez. Shot clock at 6. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Larkin, covered by Satoransky. Larkin no good. Satoransky outside. From deep. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Nora. And the 3 off target. Nora's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. That 3's off the mark. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Pass to Poirier. Out to the right wing. Back to Thompson. Here's Smits. Just 4 to shoot. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Satoransky shot is off.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
There's 1:17 left in the third. Here's Smits. Cashes in the 12-footer. Smits has got 7.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
From deep. From beyond the arc, and then some. He's got 6.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Thompson, no good. Satoransky outside, from outside the arc. Thompson pulls it in.
Still hasn't gotten on the board this quarter. He may be pressing a little, trying to get them out of this hole.
Larkin with the bucket.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Defended by Thompson. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Up in time. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
And just nails the 3. Way to close the...
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Delivering the blowout. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Willie Hernan Gomez is out there with Chemezi Metu. And it's Parker in at the 3. Lets it go from deep. And it's Smits with a rebound. Parker's gone 2 of 5 from the field here. The 3 from Thompson. There's the triple. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land. Giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
The 3 is up. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got 4 rebounds now.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
And a miss there on the triple.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Parker, no good. One side has dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Pass to Larkin. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back. Here's Nora. Offline with a 3.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
From deep three-point range. Parker against Thompson. There's a screen by Metu. The three is up. The shot misses.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Parker against Thompson. Here's Smits. Larkin passes to Poirier. Here's Larkin. There's the three. And Metu pulls it down. Parker outside. Puts up a three. Hits the three-pointer. Parker's got 9 points here in the second half.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
The home team calls timeout. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And I just love to see a player who plays with an aggressive mindset. I mean, he had the energy and the intensity all game. He didn't waste any time when he had his chances out there by attacking the rim.
You can just tell how relieved he is to be playing like this again. Before this, he was weathering a rough patch, but now that is all behind him after this performance. So it's the home team now. Clark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly, player to fan, without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the stratosphere.
Kicks it out to Bryant for three. It's hauled in by Fall. Bryant's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
A quick shot there. It's off target. Three-pointer. Gets the three ball to go.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
With the drive, Aturu, and he banks in the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Inside. And Fall gets it to go.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
30 seconds left in the game. Here's the three. Second chance effort. Oh, sweet move. It doesn't go for him. Fires from way outside. Unable to get that one. No good. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Satoransky, Parker out there with Skarn. Then there's Hernan Gomez.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Satoransky wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Here's Korkmaz. Avianis kicks to Coathis. Pass to Korkmaz. Avianis can't hit. And here's the fast break. Screened by Parker. No good with the triple. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. James with it. He's picked up by Parker. The shot from the low post is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, we've seen this before. When Willie's pushing the action, Willie makes things happen.
The first free throw is good.
Willie Hernan Gomez taking 2 shots.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Coathis. The kick out to Brown. Pass to James. 6 to shoot. He can't get it to go.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Parker, a screen on Brown. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Papagiannis. Bucket is good.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Satoransky with it. Hernan Gomez with the ball. And that one, good.
Willie Hernan Gomez does things the right way, this time executing in the screen and roll.
James outside. Brown outside. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. And stolen by James. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. Here's Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Brown. And Brown drops them both. 1:25 left in the first quarter of the game. James covering, shoots it. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Coathis. Satoransky covering. Coathis kicks to Korkmaz. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
44 seconds left to play in the first. Parker outside. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Inside from 6 away. A nice shot by Brown.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Here's Parker. It's deflected. They retain possession, and they're able to recover. Beyond the arc. And James pulls it down. Pass to Kalathis. 4 seconds left. Good, and the assist goes to James. And that does it for the first quarter. They're up by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Medu is out there with Fall. And there's Anderson. And it's Lapro Vitola in at the 1 spot.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Pass to Corniche. Here's a Kobo. Hits the three-point bomb. Kobo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Lapro Vitola. Stripped away. Here's a Kobo. Now here's Moniunas, the 15-footer, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Moniunas has got his first 2 points of the night. There's the pick. The shot's good from Lapro Vitola. Here's Corniche. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Diallo. That 3 off the mark. He's guarded by Diallo. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And just a fantastic run of games for him. A look at the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And when you have a big man carrying as much of the load as he has, it just makes things so easy for the rest of your team. Completely deserving of the award.
Here's a Kobo. Off with the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Diallo. Pass to Corniche. Fires from deep. Fall with the rebound. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Anderson's shot is off. Here's a Kobo. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Kobo's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Lapro Vitola. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Lapro Vitola's got his second basket of the game. Lapro Vitola's gone 2 of 3 from the field.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Anderson against Diallo. Kobo, the pass to Moniunas. Here's Corniche. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
That one's in. His first shot this game.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lots of room. They get the rebound. Fires the three. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far. Medu passes to Laprovitola. They set the pick. Three-pointer. Yunus grabs the miss. Pass to Corniche. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. And it goes down 2 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Takes it inside. And it's a Kobo missing. Pass to Laprovitola. Here's the screen. Launches a three. Yunus grabs the miss. For the three. He can't get that one to fall. And here's the break. Here's Laprovitola. No good on the last second attempt there. And so we wrap up the first half. They're up by 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Gotta appreciate the way they're moving the ball. The offense is flowing like my rap game. When you bring the right beat, you know my name. You know.
And now, thanks for joining us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Calathes in at the point.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Falls out there with Medu. Then there's Anderson. And it's Laprovitola in at the one. Here's the three. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
James kicks to Brown. And it's off from three-point range. Brown's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Now here's Satoransky. He has yet to score. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Calathes, and the layup's good off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
There's a good screen. Here's Satoransky. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Pass to Korkmaz. Shot clock at 5. Brown with the screen on Anderson. Back to Brown. It's stolen. One-on-one here. Anderson passes to Satoransky. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here. It's third.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. On the free throw, no good. Goes back up. Here's Medu. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Medu's got his second basket.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Here's Brown. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one. To the wing right side. Anderson kicks to Skarn. Launches it. The shot will not fall.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Skarn's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
There's the screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, when a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Pass to Anderson. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And there's the bucket from Medu. Medu's got 6 points.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
1:15 left to play in the third. Here's Kalathis. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Drills it from outside. Korkmaz has got his second bucket of the night.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Here's Medu. He's covered by Brown. They set the screen. Medu passes to Fall. And a wide open look for James. And he's good on the 3-ball. James has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
And Anderson kicks to Skarn. From deep. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5 down low. Pass to Diallo from outside the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Diallo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent, and how jarring is that when it happens, for instance, in midseason?
Kevin, it can be pretty devastating for some teams, but for other teams, that change could be refreshing. And a lot of times, if the coach has had a longer tenure with the team, you can feel like a fish out of water with a new voice coming in.
Shoots the 3. That one misses. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Akobo, the pass to Cornish. Second shot opportunity. Aniunas, no luck.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
On Thursday, and then on Thursday. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Into the lane. And he makes that one. Here's Laprovitola. Pass to Medu. Brent is a guy who has played with winning teams, been in terrific cultures, and currently in one with the Spurs. What do you think is more important, team culture or raw talent?
Well, I believe in the culture carrying teams to a championship, but you can't do that without talent. So it's got to be a blend of both, Kevin, in order for your team to perform at its highest level. Culture comes first. It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Second chance effort. Here's Fall. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Takes a three. No good that time. And Metu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Aniunas. He is hauled in by Laprovitola. Aniunas has gone 1 of 3 on the night. There's a screen. Pass to Laprovitola. From downtown, Aniunas grabs the miss. Aniunas has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Cornish. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that kind of defense ain't gonna get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Pass to Diallo. All sorts of time. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
There's 48 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Puts it up from 7. Basket counts.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Anderson's shot is off.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
They set the pick. Pass to Medu. That one goes in. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Akobo driving inside. Here's Diallo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
It will be a rejump.
And so they get the victory here at home. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you
Happy Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Kalathis. And the layup is good.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now here's Thompson. Driving to the basket. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. James with the ball. And we're about a minute into the first. Out left to the wing. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Thompson. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm. Here's James. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Kick out to Brown. Here's Kalathis from behind the arc. Nora grabs the board. On the break. Here's Larkin. Offensive rebound. Up top, Thompson. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. James outside. Into the lane. Here's Kalathis. 4-3. Thompson with the block. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one. Thompson's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Here's James on the wing. Defended by Thompson. They set the pick. Kick out to Brown. Here's Kalathis. Just 5 on the clock. Poirier with the rebound.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Larkin with the bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
First personal foul. First team foul.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. James deciding where to go with it. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Thompson outside. No good with the triple. Here's Kalathis. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Korkmaz, good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
There's a minute 12 left in the opening quarter. Here's Thompson. Good. Thompson's got 8 points.
Well, he's been hot out of the gates, 4 for 5, and he might just be getting started.
Thompson's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Here's Kalathis. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
At the line for the away team, Thompson. 2 shots.
That free throw is good from Thompson. Both free throws good from Thompson.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And here's James. Brown, a screen on Thompson. Here's James. Thompson pulls it in. Here's Smits, defended by Brown. Smits passes to Thompson. He's off on that one. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. They're up by 1, and we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
3 on 3.
And great job to establish position and square up.
33. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Akobo. They set the pick. Launches a 3 after missing his first attempt. Now 1 for 2.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's Akobo, and the layup falls. He's got 5.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Pass to Johnson. Fires for 3. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Diallo with the ball, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Here's Corneli. Another shot. Rebounded by Johnson. Covered by Diallo. Hey, from beyond the arc. Bryant, right side. Goes back up. The kick out to Johnson. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. Johnson's got 8 points.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's a Kobo. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Let's go with a 3. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Corneli, 5 to shoot. Buries it down low. And it's all knotted up.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Bryant outside. And the layup is good off the glass. Bryant's got his first points of the night.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pass to Corneli, out to the wing. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play.
Come get it, come get it.
Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Corneli's gotten 4 this quarter.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
The rebound by Corneli. Now here's Diallo. Yet to see a basket. Here's Montejunas. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
So it's the home team now, trailing by 2. Here's a Kobo, covered by Bryant. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Count it. He takes it in. Can't connect from 14.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
24. You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot, please.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's Kalathis to the middle. Korkmaz passes to James. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And here's the fast break. Launches it. Here's Poirier. And he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
James inside, working on Thompson. Pass to Korkmaz. Back to Brown. And a missed layup.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Here's Nora. Pass to Larkin. And a nice finish on the layup. Larkin's got his second basket on the night.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Well, we got a close game here in Los Angeles. Here's James, and it's rejected. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Kalathis.
I see him.
5 on the clock.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Thompson against James. Pass to Korkmaz. From about 19. That's good on the jumper.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Here's Larkin. And he drives in. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Larkin's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. James goes in. Six to shoot. And here's Brown for 3. The shot's good on the assist by James. Brown's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And the visitors call time here. Brown's gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Here's Larkin. And that one good. Larkin's got 8.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Korkmaz on the wing for the tie. On target from range. Korkmaz has gotten his third basket of the night.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's the pick. Nora, pass to Poirier. Count it. Poirier's gotten his second bucket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
A minute 37 left in the third quarter. James, left side. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from James. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Larkin no good.
Oh, you gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
James against Thompson. James outside for the lead. Nora grabs the board. James has gone 1 of 5 from the field. Pass to Poirier. And here is Thompson. From the baseline. Goes back up. And the basket by Poirier. He's got 6.
Plays like that make the coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
James outside. Here's Korkmaz. Out to James. Shot clock at 5. The 3. And it's Larkin with a rebound.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Banked it in off the glass. Larkin's got 10 points.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
1 second left. The shot no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. They lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. The kick out to Johnson. Counted from distance.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Here's a Kobo, covered by Bryant. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got 4 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical. And they're putting together another quality possession. They're taking control of this game.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Number 33. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Diallo. Here's a Kobo. Back to Diallo. Off target at the rim. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Kicks it out to Bryant. Fires the 3. The shot, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's Matajunas, 11 feet out. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. There's the screen by Johnson. Boom! He jams it straight down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And that one drops. Going inside, and they pick up 2.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Kobo gets the bucket. They set the screen. Buries it from 3.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
They get the rebound. Bryant outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to Johnson. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And here's Bryant outside. And they recover it. Over Diallo. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Here's Corneli, covered by Johnson. Pass to Corneli. Here's Akobo to end the run. Rebounded by Johnson. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. For three. And his first miss of the day. Now 6 for 7. Here's Corneli, covered by Bryant. Here's Matajunas. The bank shot, no good.
Team foul. Matajunas, first personal foul, first team foul.
34 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Bryant outside. And no good. They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Launches it from deep. The shot by Johnson, no good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building...
everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Thompson, and it's Poirier in at the 5. Here's Satoransky. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Larkin looking it over. And a miss there on the triple. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. One of the standout performers recently. We have a chance now to recognize the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
Now here's Parker, and it's denied. Thompson right side. Pass to Larkin, lets it go from deep. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Larkin's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Now, here's Satoransky. Here's Medu. And it's Smith with the rebound. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Thompson for 3. Can't hit that one. He's covered by Thompson. No good on the triple. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A 3-ball drains the 3-pointer.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the 3-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Here's Medu. Down low. Here's Parker. Morag grabs the board.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Hernan Gomez. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Here's Larkin. Satoransky covering. And the 3-ball is good.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here. Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Here's Smits. Hits it from 3-point range. Smits has got 5.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Medu. Pass to Satoransky. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Satoransky's got his second bucket of the game to go. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Larkin misses the 3. Larkin's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Parker. Stolen. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now, here's Satoransky. Out to the right wing. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
That's one thing about Willie. He has no trouble being aggressive, particularly when operating close.
Thompson from long range. Rebound by Parker. Thompson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. He's covered by Thompson. They set the pick. Parker, with no one around, connects from three-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Satoransky. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Satoransky's got his third basket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Larkin. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
3 points.
Larkin's got 11 points. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Up by 10. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
They've got Fall, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. A nice shot by Vesely.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Left side, Bryant. Three-pointer. Fall with the rebound. Bryant with the rebound.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Don't usually see him shooting the three. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And that one misses. And guys, they look to set it up in the half court.
Well, that's when you got to rely more on your defense and try to get out in the open floor. Oftentimes, you can develop your rhythm offensively when you get easy baskets.
And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money. Star player toward those end years is sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Top of the key. Intercepted. Here's Lapro Vitola, defended by Bryant. He gets it to Fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Lapro Vitola's got 4 points in the quarter. Lapro Vitola's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Now here's Bryant. He's guarded closely. Launches it from deep. Rebound by Vesely. Anderson wide open. No good on the three. Three-pointer on the way. Here's Oturu. Knocked away. Jacks up a three. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got his 5th rebound in this one. Off target from three-point range. Here's Fall, covered by Johnson. Vesely passes to Lapro Vitola. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Bryant.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
There's the pick. From beyond the arc. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. His 3-pointers off the mark. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Bryant. Nails the wide open jump shot. Bryant's got his first points of the night.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's Fall. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Vesely. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Lapro Vitola. There's the pick from past the arc. The shot comes out. And so we conclude the first half. They're up by 11. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
Well, I think for the home team, they've been hanging around the upper echelon, playing with good energy. Feels like the chemistry is right with this team.
And moving on now to that first half. Tough sledding so far for the home team.
Well,
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Medu is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Pass to Medu.
Away team foul. Jordan and Yoru. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visitors. And the layup falls.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Larkin out there with Thompson. And it's Smits in at the 4. Now Thompson. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And Gomez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Satoransky. Good on the bucket. Satoransky's got 8 points.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
Thompson surveying the floor. They set the screen. Drives to the hoop. Takes it off the glass. Thompson's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
There's the 3. Again, the miss by Thompson.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Satoransky. Puts up a 3. They get it back.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First personal foul, second team foul.
No good on that one.
At the line for your home team, Cody, 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Medu.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Here's Larkin. He takes it in and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. Satoransky looking around. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Thompson against Hernan Gomez. Banked in off the glass. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
High post, Hernan Gomez. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Parker. To the middle. Back to Satoransky. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Ball goes to the away team.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Thompson outside. Here's Larkin. Plays it up off the glass. Larkin's got 15 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
A wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. Off target from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And they'll get another chance. Smits passes to Yoru. Hernan Gomez down low. Hernan Gomez a screen. Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the triple. 6 points for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Clock at 6. For 3. Warad grabs the board. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Parker outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Medu is out there with Parker. Then there's Hernan Gomez, and it's Satoransky in at the point.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Parker's shot is off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
Pass to Oturu. Johnson outside. The three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
The shot by Satoransky, no good. They swipe it. From deep, Hernan Gomez. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And Johnson with the stop.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end. I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Plays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got 10 points in just the second half.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
And Satoransky wide open. He fires. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Lobbed up there for Johnson, and it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. No coverage that time. Releases. Rebound by Parker.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
The three. Good on the triple.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Johnson wide open. He fires. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And here is Satoransky. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Took him no time at all on that one.
3 points.
15 points for Johnson.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them. Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Satoransky covering. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Parker left side. All alone. Johnson with the rebound.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
It's good from long range.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
He's feeling it. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. 35 seconds left in the fourth. Parker with it. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep three. Oturu with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shock.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Outside, Brown. Here's Korkmaz. No good from outside. Here's Satoransky. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Kalathis. Drops in the layup for two. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Defense right on him. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. James, left side. Outside, Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Brown with the stuff.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Well, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
That's what lackluster defense will get you. You deserve to get dunked on with that type of effort.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. The layup misses. Satoransky outside. No good that time. Brown with some nice D. Fires the three. And there's James on the assist from Brown.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Now here's Satoransky. Not a lot of room. Six on the shot clock. To halt the run. James with the rebound. Satoransky's gone 1 for 3 on the night. James outside. And it's James with the jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it. See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup.
They're really working the paint now.
And here's Parker. Satoransky passes to Parker. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. Here's Brown. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Pass to Korkmaz. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
The ball goes to the away team.
.125 left in the first quarter of the game. Screen by James. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well. While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Uses the glass on the layup. James has got 7 points.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Finished off the break.
That's a good way to shrink the deficit. Strong defense turns into easy offense.
Brown with a screen. James with the ball. 7 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Brown inside, working on Metu. And there's James from the arc. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Now here's Satoransky. Knocked away. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Up 11. We've got more hoops coming your way in just... Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows, but they're already in a great position to win this one.
From outside the arc. And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. On Monday, and then on Tuesday. Here's Vesely.
Ball is too low. Away team ball.
Now Diallo. Pass to Akobo. Lets the three fly. Anderson pulls it down.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Diallo on the wing. Here's Corneli. The three. That one doesn't drop. Here's Vesely, covered by Diallo. And the basket is good.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Drains the triple.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 5.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
From the arc. It's hauled in by Fall. Here we go, one-on-one. Anderson for 3. The shot won't fall. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second.
It'll be a turnover. One team ball.
Over to the wing. Here's Vesely, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. They haven't looked like themselves the last few possessions.
They haven't. This is when they really need to be patient and get a clean look.
Pass to Akobo. And he gets that one.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Misses the three. Anderson covers. Here's Diallo. The baseline J is off the mark.
Normally he drains that.
Takes the three. The rebound by Diallo. And they're pushing it up. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Pass to fall. Lets it fly. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. 52 seconds left in the second. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Here's Vesely. It's hauled in by Akobo. Diallo outside. From behind the arc. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Away team foul. Akobo. First personal foul. First team foul.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Here's Mata Yunus. The three is up. Goes back up. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Leading by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please direct your attention to...
Well, I think for the home team, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but... And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the visiting team.
The way they have...
Thanks as always.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And here's Satoransky. We've got Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Parker in at the small forward position. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Satoransky shot is off.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
The drive by Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
We've got Chemezi Metu. He's out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Parker in at the 3 spot.
First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the home team now. 11-point game. Clock at 6. Check by James. No good with the elbow jumper.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake. Feed the interior, good things will happen.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now here's Satoransky, guarded closely. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Knocks it loose. Looking to win the run. The shot no good.
Rough start to the 3rd quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
Here's Kalathis, covered by Satoransky. And that one's good. Kalathis has got 6.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Now here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. Here's Parker. No good on the 3.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And they're running. There's the triple. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Every trip up the floor gets more and more important.
Yes, indeed. They badly want to stop the bleeding here.
He gets it in there. We've got 1:55 left in the 3rd quarter. Now, here is James. Tightly guarded. Here's the 3. Can't get it to drop. Pass to Parker. Right wing. Fires the 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists in the game. Parker's gone 1 for 3 from deep tonight. Now, here is James. The D's right on him. Here he goes. Here's Brown. No good with a layup.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
They put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
It's James with the drive to the wing, right side. Offline with a baseline jumper. 59 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of basketball. In transition, here they come. Here's Brown. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Check by James. Five to shoot. Takes a 3. And he can't get that one. Deflects the pass. Here's Korkmaz. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the 3rd, it's a double-digit ball game. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Willie Hernan Gomez is out there with Chimezi Metu. And it's Satoransky in at the point. Korkmaz pulls it in. Here's the break. Brown scanning the floor. No good on the triple. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
On defense, the visiting team. They led by as many as 18.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good. Second chance effort, and the layup is good.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And Fall gets it to go. Fall's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's a Kobo. From deep three-point land. Gets the three to Fall.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digit.
For three. No good there. Here's Cornelie. Pass to Akobo. The three ball. And the three-pointer goes.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Well, Richard, one thing we're seeing an emphasis on by the league, mental health.
I'm surprised it took people so long to understand how grueling of a mental task it is to try and be one of the 450 year in and year out.
There's a screen. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. It's Cornelie missing. Soft touch off the glass.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's the drive. Banked it in off the glass.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throw now.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Here's Diallo. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Tries again. The rebound by Diallo.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Akobo gets the bucket.
Assistant, Diallo.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Anderson can't get it to go. Diallo with the ball. And Richard, with the new CBA in place, the middle class is starting to strengthen in the league.
And I think that's a good thing. You don't want minimum players and max players. There is a big gap between those two styles of play. There are so many players that fit in between. There's all-stars. There's young players that deserve a larger portion of the money.
Fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by Akobo.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Vesely. Can they get it? And Fall gets it to go.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this.